G'day viewers, how you doing? I hope you're well. So, you want to drive trains. There's a few different ways to get into the trains on your downloadable content. So if you click to the trains, there's basically 4 here. So we'll start with quick play. So this one, if you've got a bit of analysis paralysis and you're not sure what to do, you just say, I want to do something short, or I want to do something more. Short ones will pick any scenario or service from any route that you own in your catalog that's installed, and this one will take you on up to a 30-minute journey. And it could be anything from a 2-minute empty car move all the way up to something that does take right on 30 minutes. 30 minutes plus, it's the same idea. Any route, any train, and it'll take you somewhere, and it'll be over 30 minutes. It could be anything up to about 3 hours with some of the more elongated American freight services. So let's pop out of here. But what about if you want to be taken step by step how you actually go through something. Now these are route based, they're called the guided journeys, which I just clicked on there. Let's say we want to click on the Antelope Valley line San Bernardino line, and we want to do the Metrolink Master. So in this one there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different sections that you can play. Let's have a look at the first one with college degree. There's a little circle up here. It shows whether they're started or whether you've completed it or not. Interestingly, it still says completed to gold. I'll have to report that because it should say completed to platinum, which is the current medal system. So this one, it's just got the one thing, the introduction to the MP36. Or if we're going to modern twist, introduces the other locomotive, the F125. Heading downtown, we've got a couple of services and a scenario to do. So some of them have around 10 services and 2 scenarios in each chapter. And basically they're a bit like a book. They just take you through a set of guided experiences to get a good feel for the route. Some people absolutely love those. I'm not really a big fan of constraint, so I don't. Now, let's say you know the train you want to drive, but you're not sure where you want to drive it. But you say, okay, I want to do something that's a service. So I know I want to drive the Flying Scotsman, for example. And I'll choose my variant of the Flying Scotsman, whether it's an official one, a personal livery that I've made, or a Creators Club one that I've downloaded. And let's say I want to drive it on West Somerset. So I can see it's available on the East Coast Main Line, Fife Circle and West Somerset. So we'll jump onto West Somerset, and then we can see which services are available for Flying Scotsman on West Somerset, and we can pick one of these. This lunchtime, British Idiots out to the Minehead, out to the sea there, and we can set our dates and weather and things like that, and we can get started into there. Alright, let's just hop back, because we're not actually going to do that. Now the other way is the route. So you might know, okay, I want to drive San Bernardino today, and you can choose from a timetable, and this one's got 2 timetables, so you can choose San Bernardino or San Bernardino weekend. And if we have a look at the weekend one, you might go, ooh, I might do a bit of freight. So I'll pick the BNSF C4, and we go through there, and then you'll see what services are available for that, and you can choose one and get on with it. All right, now let's pop back out again, because I want to show you some other things with choose a route. So we'll choose San Bernardino again. Now there's the scenarios, so there's 5 in here. These are guided ways of play, and they pretty much tell you what to do as you go. They might have interesting things like faults or storms or things that are a bit different to just running a service. And some of them can be quite clever and quite a lot of fun. So let's choose San Bernardino again. We might want to look at our training modules. So there's a route introduction. Sometimes you'll see training modules for the trains here as well, but normally you see those on the To the Trains menu. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to choose San Bernardino again after I've come back out of there, and we're going to do free roam. Free roam is the final gameplay mode, and with free roam you basically pick a place off the map. So let's say we want to start at Cal State, at the university, and we might want to start at, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning. And we can set up our weather and the day and the date and that sort of thing, and then go into play now. The only difference in free roam in this mode, there are no trains anywhere. So it's a completely empty world for you to fill up any way you like. You can go and put trains wherever you feel like it, and you can drive pretty much wherever you feel like it. As long as there's a path to get from A to B, when you choose those places, you'll be able to do it. I'll explain more about free roam later on in another video. For now, we're going to come back into Bernardino, and we're going to come into timetable, because there's something else important I need to show you. And we're going to pick a passenger train. We're going to pick the MP36, the Baby Bullet, and we're going to choose a service, because there's two different modes for the service. Now I need to choose a revenue one quite deliberately, so LA Union to San Bernardino downtown, and then I can set up my weather and my dates and things like that and get started. And then I get, traditionally all throughout Train Sim World, you could only be a driver or an engineer or a loco pilot or whatever you call them where you locally are. For me, it's a driver. Or you can be a conductor. Now, conductor this is the name in the US. It's the person who opens the doors, checks tickets, tidies up people's baggage and that sort of thing, and lets the driver know when it's clear to go. Otherwise known as a guard in a lot of places. So in Australia, we'd call it a guard. Same in the UK, same in many other places around. So you can pop into the two different modes, driver or guard, to run these services. Now, not all trains support guard mode currently. There's a number that come with the standard deluxe and special editions of Train Sim World 5, but it's not all of them. So you'll see it. Sometimes you'll see this option and sometimes you won't. Now, there's one last thing I want to show you in the play modes. So I'm just going to choose going in as this one as driver. And I just want to show you one quick last play mode, which is a different form of free roam. So remember, the first free roam put us into a completely empty world. By coming in here now on a train, or I could just spawn on foot as part of the timetable, I'm going to get out of this train because I don't want it. This is probably the worst place in the world to pick to do free roam, because the likelihood of not being able to spawn something is quite high. That one's got its tail lights on, so we can probably do this. Actually, I think, was this platform empty? No, there's no empty ones. Alright, let's just quickly run up here. Hopefully we'll get to do this before one of these trains tries to do something silly like leave, because I want to show you the one last play mode, and that is to do a free roam amongst the rest of the timetable. So the system's just going to have to cope with you putting in an extra train. So just look at the track, press tab. Yes, it can have unpredictable consequences. That's why I like it. And spawn a new train. And we're going to spawn the 1938 London Heritage Tube Stock. Will it fit? Yes, it will. There we have it. We now have a Bakerloo line tube train in Los Angeles, getting very firmly in the way. And I have to say, she's not going to get far because this thing's electric and this is a diesel-only route. So, probably won't work too well, but you get the idea. You can do anything you want, no matter how silly it is. That is, of course, pretty silly. I'll do a full video on free roam and what you can do with it and how to use it and why it's useful and that sort of thing. But I just wanted to show you the different play modes that are available to you as part of Train Sim World 5 and as a quick introduction. So each of these, funnily enough, will probably get its own tutorial video, because I always make my tutorials videos short without all of the guff. So if you like this, give us a like and a thumbs up, and think about subscribing if you find the content useful to you or entertaining. And as always, chuck your questions and comments down below and I'll see what I can do to help you out. Alrighty folks, thanks, like and subscribe. See you later. Bye now.
We played a game.